Hey guys, it's Noel and this is Wheezy Reviews, and I hope that your Christmas is going well. This is just a quick video this week. I didn't really want to do a full detailed headphone review at Christmas, so I'm going to do this video, which this is something that I wanted to cover anyway, but I didn't think it really deserved an entire video to itself for 1 week, so I was going to do it as like a secondary video. But seeing as I didn't want to do too much at Christmas, I've decided to do this one now. So this is the JDS Labs OL Switcher, or OL Switcher? The old switcheroo? I don't know. Anyway, this is a 2-in, 2-out passive preamp. And how you would use this is if you had outputs from your DAC or from your headphone amp DAC combo, and you were using active speakers and you didn't really have any way to control the speakers. Now that's what this is for. So, for example, here's my O2 S-DAC. I can turn the headphone amp on and off with the power button here, so that enables the headphone output here on the front. So whether it's on or off the headphone output, the DAC is always on. And that means that the line outs at the back are always outputting audio. So even when you have the headphones plugged in the front, the line outs are always outputting audio. So if you have these connected straight to your active speakers, that would mean that your speakers would always be on unless you turn them off. Now with mine, the volume control for the speakers is on the back. There's nothing on the front. So how can I control my speakers? And that's where the OL Switcher comes in. So how I would have this connected is like so. So I'd take the line outputs from the back of the DAC, from the RCA outputs on the back of the DAC, and they would go into the input here, like so. And actually how I've been using this is with it velcroed. I've got some velcros on the bottom. I've taken them off the top of here now. But I would have it velcroed to the top of my DAC like this, so I'd have my little mini stack. And so now what I can do is I can take one of these outputs and I can connect that to my speakers. So next up, whether I've got anything connected to the headphones or not, whether the headphone amp is enabled or not, the line outs from the DAC are going into the preamp, and then I can use the volume control here. This is a 10K potentiometer. I can use the volume control here to control the volume of my speakers. So I'll have the volume set on the speakers to whatever's a sensible volume for them, and then I can control that from here like so. Now it has 2 inputs and 2 outputs. So right now I've got this connected to the RCAs. There's also a 3.5mm in, there's also a 3.5mm out, and 2 RCAs out. And you can control which inputs are enabled. On this side, you can control which inputs are enabled. The 1 is the 3.5 and the 2 is the RCAs. And the same for the output. So you can actually have 2 different sets of speakers connected as outputs, and you can switch between them with this little switch. And you can have 2 different inputs and you can switch between them like that. Now, how I would tend to do things is I would leave my headphones plugged in all of the time, so I would never need to actually disconnect them. And if I wanted to switch from headphones to speakers, I could just turn the power off for the headphone output. And because the line outs are always working, I can just turn up the volume for the speakers. And if I wanted to go back to the headphones, just turn the volume down on the speakers and hit the power button on the headphone amp, and then I'm good to go. All in all, this is a really pretty cool device. So let's just briefly talk about the price. This is usually around $45, or at least that's the RRP. And it is the same sort of shape and size. It's the same sort of chassis as the rest of the JDS Lab ODAC and O2 and all of that business. The mass drop one is a slightly different size, so it doesn't match up quite the same. And it also is a little bit shorter. So there we are then. This is the JDS Labs OL Switcher. And this is the passive preamp that allows you to control your active speaker's volume when you're using an always-on output from your DAC. And I hope this has been useful for you, and I hope you're having a great Christmas. And until next year, have a good one.